Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Leanna if you're new, and today I'm going to be doing the TMI tag. I'm just going to be answering a bunch of questions. They're not necessarily TMI in my opinion. They're just a little more personal than the basic get to know me tag questions. And I just found these questions off the internet and selected the ones that were applicable to me or that I thought were just interesting. So let's answer some questions. The first one is, what are you wearing? I'm wearing this white denim jumpsuit from Nasty Gal. It's very warm. Denim is actually a very, very good material to wear in cold weather. Like, I can just go outside like this and I won't be cold. I really like this jumpsuit. This is like a very, very like heavy duty jumpsuit. Something that you might see like a painter wearing, but I think it's fashionable. How tall are you? I am 5'4", 5 feet 4 inches, and that is 162.56 centimeters for everyone who's not American. Honestly, we should just switch over to the metric system. How much do you weigh? I weigh 124 pounds. It fluctuates, honestly. Like, sometimes I'm 128 and then winter break happened and now I'm 124 and I don't even know how much I weigh now. Do you have any tattoos? Yes, I do. I have one tattoo on my ribs. I will insert a picture of it here. I'm wearing a jumpsuit, so obviously I can't just, you know. I got that tattoo 2 years ago because I like flowers, and that was pretty much the only reason. And I have wanted a tattoo ever since I was 13, so by the time I was like 18, 19, I was like, it's time to get one. Do you have any piercings? Yes, I do. I have a lobe piercing, like many people, and I have 2 cartilage piercings here on my left ear and 1 cartilage piercing on my right ear. And I don't know why I decided to do this whole asymmetrical thing. Like, there was really no thought that went into that decision. My grandma asked me why I have 2 here and why I have 1 here, and I'm like, I don't know the answer to that question. But I don't think I want to pay another $50 to get another one here. I kind of like the asymmetrical look, to be honest. And I usually wear my hair like this, with my hair tucked behind my left ear. So yeah, I guess it works out. There's more piercings on this side. And I have a belly piercing that I got like 2 years ago. Who is your OTP? One true pairing. Probably Hades and Persephone from the webtoon Lore Olympus. Yep, I downloaded webtoon and here's Lore Olympus. And honestly, I just need these 2 to get together already because the sexual tension is high and I can't stand it anymore. I read 95 chapters already, so I'm emotionally invested in this couple. What is your favorite show? Friends? I know, I'm so basic, but like, honestly, I don't even care. I will never get sick of Friends, honestly. Something you miss. The old Poptropica Islands that they took down for some weird ass reason. My favorite was Astro Nights. You can't play that one anymore. Ever had a terrible breakup? Not really. I feel I've only had 1 romantic relationship breakup in my entire life. And honestly, it wasn't like the worst breakup ever. I mean, all breakups suck, but yeah, I feel like I've had worse friendship breakups than my first relationship breakup. So yes is the answer to that question. What is your favorite song? Right now it is These Nights, Rich Brian and Chung Ha. So good. I can listen to that song over and over and over and I can't get sick of it. How old are you? I am 21. About to turn 22 in September. What is your zodiac sign? I am a Virgo. I am very much a Virgo. I follow 2 Virgo meme pages on Instagram. I think I identify heavily with stereotypical Virgo characteristics. I'm disappointed but not surprised when people let me down. I want things a particular way, and I am very, very, very loyal. Like, I will put the most into the people that I care about. Quality you look for in a partner. I think there are a few crucial ones that I need to have in a partner, such as loyalty and kindness are probably the biggest ones. What is your favorite quote? This too shall pass by Edward Fitzgerald. And yes, I had to look up who said that. That quote always gets me through the roughest time. Who is your favorite actor? Probably Youngmi, because anything she's in I'll automatically watch. But honestly, I kind of feel like she kind of plays the same character. But I don't know, maybe that's just her being typecast. But I really like her. Tom Holland is up there because he's really fine, but I'm not sure if it's because he's hot or if it's because he's a good actor, but I'll just say those two are my top. Emilia Clarke. Oh, I love her. Oh my god, she's so charismatic. What is your favorite color? Pink. Loud music or soft music? Soft, all the way. Such a Virgo, honestly. Where do you go when you're sad? I go home and wallow by myself, and I watch Netflix and I eat a bunch of snacks, and then I automatically feel better. How long does it take you to shower? It used to take me like 40 minutes. I don't really know what I was in the bathroom that long for. Now it takes me around 15 minutes. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? Well, today I had a photo shoot, so I had to curl my hair, I had to do my makeup, I had to wear falsies. So I woke up at 5 and I left the house at 7:40 something. I think 40 minutes of that entire time span was maybe like eating, because I like to have a breakfast before I leave the apartment, otherwise it's just not gonna be a good day if I'm hungry. But if I have an 8 a.m. class and I want to do just the bare minimum makeup and I want to you know, eat breakfast, you know, prepare my lunch and everything, I will have to wake up at 6. Ever been in a physical fight? No. And since I've never punched anyone in the face before, like every time I dream of punching someone in the face, which I do like more often than I thought I would. Every time I dream that I'm about to punch someone in the face, every time it goes like, my fist goes here, and then it, like my entire arm goes weak no matter how hard I like try to punch them. So it just like stops here, and then I just can't punch them in the face because I just don't think my brain can register what it's like to punch someone and then, you know, see their face go like, you know, like I just don't know what it feels like. So I don't think my brain is willing to let me release my anger in my dreams. Yeah, but I hope I never get into a physical fight because that sounds scary and painful and could get me arrested. What are your turn-ons? Ooh, a juicy question. I like really muscular men, so I like muscles. Muscles turn me on, and especially when they're really buff and then they like roll their sleeves up halfway up their forearm. That's, yes. What are your turn-offs? I guess I never really like thought about that. Turn-offs in men are when they don't dress nicely, or they don't look like they put a lot of thought into their whole appearance that day. It kind of says a lot about, to me it kind of says a lot about where their motives are and like if they have ambition and stuff. I don't know if that's like unfair or something. I hope nobody gets offended, but that's just my personal turn off if like a guy doesn't look like he put effort into what he looks like. Another turn off, I guess, is like pretentiousness or like cockiness, or when they don't seem like they're interested in holding a conversation at all and they give you like one word responses. The reason you joined YouTube? Oh, I wanted to get paid for doing something I actually liked. And yeah, now I am getting paid, so I'm manifesting my dreams. Ooh. What are your fears or phobias? I have an immense fear of butterflies. It's a real thing. It's called lepidophobia. Alexa, what is the fear of butterflies called?
Fear of butterflies is called lepidopterophobia.
Lepidopterophobia. It's a real thing. And every time I tell someone I'm afraid of butterflies, they're like, what the fuck? Like, what's wrong with you? But no, like every time I see a butterfly just like fluttering around, I'm like, I need to get like as far away from it as possible. Like honestly, I'm less scared of spiders than I am of butterflies, so it's just really terrifying. Well, as for other fears, I am afraid of being homeless, a failure, mediocre for my entire life, and now you've seen into my existential crisis. What was the last thing that made you cry? Oh, probably a fight with my boyfriend. I remember in high school I used to cry about my grades, but like, nah, their grades aren't worth crying over now. Meaning behind your YouTube name or other usernames? Well, my YouTube name is just my name, so I don't think that really counts. But my Instagram username is Liana_Del_Rey. As in like Lana Del Rey, but Liana Del Rey. I don't know, I just thought it would be funny because my name's one letter off from Lana. So yeah, I mean my last name's not actually Del Rey. So yeah, that's the pun. What was the last book you read? It's probably my engineering textbook. But I guess like actual book. I guess I read Little Sister by Cara Dalkey last. I used to be really into reading, but then I got over it, I guess. In 9th grade, I used to be obsessed with books. Like I would go through like maybe 5 to 10 books like every month, and that is quite a bit. I read a lot of YA novels. I kind of buried my nose in books instead of like partying in high school. So I guess that's good. Yeah, but my mom didn't really like that I read so many books or like spent that much money on books, so she tried to like throw them all out once. So that kind of like traumatized me. So yeah, I don't really read much anymore. I prefer audiobooks if I'm going to read, and like now that I have a Netflix subscription, I just like rather watch Netflix. But Little Sister is actually a book that I read recently. It was something that I read like a long time ago, but it was like the only book that I felt like rereading recently. And it's basically a historical fiction fantasy type deal. Like there's mythological creatures in there, and yeah, it's just, I really like that book. Yeah, I just didn't realize how bratty the main character was like back then, but like yeah. It's a good read. It's a good read, and it's definitely not one of those like cheesy YA books. Last show you watched, I have been watching The Witcher on Netflix. It's not really like my thing. Like I could never really get into Game of Thrones, so it's kind of like similar. But the last show I watched was You, and basically everyone has seen that show. If you haven't seen that show, go watch that show. It is so good. And honestly, like, one of my favorite movies is Barbie Princess and the Pauper, okay? Like, I would not usually like stuff like this, but You is definitely a good watch. Last person you talked to. I just talked to my friend Ian, and we just went out for lunch. I haven't seen him for like a year. Ian, if you're watching this, hi. I told him about my YouTube channel today, so he may be watching this. The relationship between you and the person you last texted. I last texted my sister, and she told me that she was making some business cards for her art class as homework because she's gonna go try to find a job. What is my favorite food? I love prep. What is my favorite food? I mean, I would have said sushi in a heartbeat, but like, honestly, there's so many other options. I really like hot pot, sushi, dim sum. Oh, so good. Like, basically, just Asian food is like up there for me. If I had to pick one though, probably sushi. Place you want to visit. There was this lady at this test prep academy that I went to, and she helped me edit my college essays, and she said that when she was in college she went to study abroad in India, and it was awesome for her because she booked like a 5-star hotel with like $40, and I'm like, bro, that sounds good. So maybe India, maybe Vietnam, any place in the Asian countries with a lot of street food and culture. I've never been to Asia, so I have been to France. I went in 2014, so that was like 6 years ago, and also I was like too young to really appreciate it. I mean, I was like 14, or no, I was 16, and I was kind of like too young to appreciate it in its entirety. And also I was with like a lot of people that I didn't know that well, because it was like a tour that I went on with my French class. So I would like to go again one day, like with maybe people that I care about. Last place you were. I just went to a pho restaurant and it was delicious. I love pho. Like, honestly, it's such a good cloudy day meal. Even though it has a bunch of MSG in it, and all my Vietnamese friends say that the pho here isn't really authentic, but I still like it. Favorite flavor of sweet is probably like a sour fruity kind of sweet, like Skittles and Sour Patch Kids. Those are my favorite candies, and Starburst too. What instruments do you play? Well, I used to play the zither from age 8 to maybe like 15. I have forgotten most of it by now, unfortunately, and I kind of miss it, to be honest, but I was like forced to do it when I was 8, and like, it's not good when you're being forced to do something. And then there was a brief period of time where I wanted to play the lute, even though I only learned how to play like one song on it before I gave up completely. I think before that, in 8th grade, I played the flute for 1 year in band, and now I play the kalimba. even though I only know 2 songs. So sounds like I am a jack of all trades but master of none, aka mediocre at everything. My favorite piece of jewelry is going to be, if you've seen my first earring collection video, like you know, it is so classic and it is gorgeous. It just like, wow. Like I would wear this every day, but then all my other earrings would get sad, so I need to give the other earrings a chance. Last song you sang. For some reason, Like That by Doja Cat has been in my head for basically all day. I'm not gonna sing it because it's embarrassing, but yeah, it's a really catchy song. So yeah, that's it everybody. Hope you learned a bit more about me. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you think that I'm funny. And yeah, I will see you next week in the next video. Bye!